Hey guys, welcome back to Conversations. I'm your host, Ryan.
Song.
Dude, how you been?
I've been good, bro. I'm actually good. I've been swamped with work, but I finally had some time to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, enjoying the little victory that we had yesterday as well. So yeah.
Nice. So you know what? You know what's funny? I'll let you say something at the very end, and you can send us off, okay? With what you can boast about your you know what. Not right now. Not right now.
No, I got you.
Not right now.
I'm waiting for that.
How you been, man? How you been, dude? I feel like even though we see each other, like with the podcast, we don't see each other all the time, and we don't get to talk.
Bro, I have breaking news though. I'll be real with you, man. I know I've been busy with work. Dude, I'm gonna be an uncle, man.
Oh shoot!
I know my sister got married. Be honest, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this yet, but she sort of told some people when we went to her birthday party, which we just passed.
Okay.
We saw a baby bump, so she can't really hide that anymore.
Okay.
And I'm be honest, I'm really excited because I've been an uncle, nephew, like with cousins, but to have to actually have my blood sister do that, it's so weird because I still see her as like a baby sister, you know.
Blood sister, your blood. You know what's great about being an uncle?
Yeah, tell me, man. I want to know.
Is that you can do whatever you want in terms of like you don't have to be the parent. You can be the fun uncle. Give them a little candy on the side. You can bring them. Oh, when they sleep over at uncle's house, they stay up like maybe one more hour. This probably won't happen for many years, but because they're gonna be a baby, and I don't know if anybody would trust you with the baby, but. And
then drop the news again.
What?
I found out what the gender is.
Okay, what's the gender?
It's gonna be a niece. I'm gonna have a niece.
You have a girl, baby niece.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law, pretty much, you know, I got to know him. He's a very quiet guy. You'll meet him one day. His name is Dan. But
no, I met him before.
You met him, right? He's a very quiet guy, right? Very quiet, tall guy. So what happened was one day they invited me over to their house and for dinner. So I was like, that's cool. Then my sister and Dan was like, yo, Song, we won some lottery scratch off. So I was like, all right. She's like, hey, we just bought, we won like $20, so we just bought 20 more scratch offs to see what we could do.
Okay. And
since we didn't have time, we came home. So while scratching off, he had this GoPro camera thing for like a dog, but it was set up there. So it was the way he set up was perfect. And next thing you know, he was like, so scratch off. I'll look at it, and it's like a pot, $50,000. I was like, damn. Finally get it. The numbers match. I look at the bottom, and instead of an increment number, it just says, we're having a kid. I don't know about you, but as ridiculous as it may sound, as much as I say right now, if I say we're having a kid, after repeat 5 times, I got shocked, and they have a picture of me, which I'll show you.
So wait, so you scratch it, you're like, I have a kid. No,
it says, we are having a kid.
You're like, what the hell is that?
I was like, well, how much is that? I was like, well,
how much is that? Which prizes we are having a kid? You owe money, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah. So then what happened was Dan recorded it, but my sister and Dan, I'll show a mugshot. Maybe we could drop it in.
You know what? We have to definitely drop that, right now.
There's a picture of me like this. I'm like, it was the dumbest picture, but at that moment, that's the first time I ever cried. But it was like genuine tears of love. Like I was so happy because my sister, like just seeing her, the transformation. Mm-hmm. Like, let me ask you, do you have any I say uncles? Do you have any nephews and nieces?
Yeah, I have an older brother, he had kids many years ago. So my niece is around like 15 to 17. I know the age, I just don't want to say it.
Wow,
And then my nephew is between the ages of like 12 to 14. So he's I know exactly how old they are, but I just don't want to say it.
I get it.
But it's amazing because I saw them when they were babies. My niece, I didn't get to hold her until she was maybe like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then, but my nephew I held right away, like maybe a week or two, or maybe a month or so after he was born. I might be wrong on this, but anyways, it's a great feeling, bro. You're gonna, and here's the great thing, like I'm not having any kids, so like having nieces and nephews will definitely give you a buffer, but not having kids or whatever it is.
So how expensive are Christmases then?
You know what's funny is that I feel like with kids I'm just like, I'm gonna just give you the gifts when you get a little bit older, because now I'm giving them like $100, $50 gifts, like cash. Just
you give them $100 at that age? Damn, I wish you were my uncle.
But anyways, you know what's funny is that I'm actually glad you brought that up. That you brought up your sister, and you being an uncle, because what's so funny is that most of the world doesn't know that Sung has a really hot sister.
She's beautiful.
She is gorgeous, right? And Jane, I know you watch this, so shout out to you. And sorry, this episode is gonna probably be about you a lot. Because I have a lot of questions. Because I had an older brother, and I was the youngest, so that meant nothing. Because he was just an older brother. But you had a younger sister. What's your age difference?
3.
3 years. Okay, so you guys were in school like 1 year each together. Once like junior high together for 1 year, high school together for 1 year.
Yeah, we had 2 fun facts for you.
Yeah, what?
We're both born Friday the 13th.
Oh shit.
Second off, me and my sister, I used to play the violin for a while in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my sister, at one point, as we were, she was a freshman, I was a senior. We actually ran the orchestra club. I was the president, she was the vice president in high school.
Interesting.
Geek fat, but it was fun though, you know.
Well, so I have a lot of questions here. When did your sister get hot? Like when was it like apparent as an older brother where you're like, whoa, wait, why are these guys like hollering at my sister? Like,
it's more like I like to take it back. Let's reset it back.
I know I'm throwing you off right now.
No, throw me on fire. I love the fire, blasting away. And the way I look at it is like, I think my sister was always beautiful. So to me, there was never a pivotal moment where I'm like, oh, my sister's really hot. I think it's weird to say that my sister's hot.
So I was actually asking a lot of people around
Did
DMV.
you really?
No, totally kidding. No, I'm not a kid.
No, but she, from what I knew, she was really beautiful. It's very different because I feel like having a younger sister, it gives a different perspective how I view girls.
Okay.
Having a little
sister. Of course,
versus if I had a little brother.
Yeah.
Because of that, I feel like I'm more respectful because I don't want anybody to treat my sister in a certain way.
Well, yeah, you definitely show that you show women respect. I've seen it. It shows that it's because you have a sister, like a little sister.
She realized in her shell that she was beautiful.
Okay, actually, let me ask you. Instead of giving that kind of question, it would be like this: were you the protective brother? Which brother were you? Were you the overprotective? Were you the like, I got cool with the guys that she dated kind of thing? And like,
I'll be honest, I was a protective.
And I know her husband might watch this too, so don't watch. No. Turn away.
I was a protective older brother. I was pretty cool, but I was very reasonable.
Okay.
The reason why is because I feel like if you're too strict on somebody, they're gonna rebel regardless. Okay. But with her, she was actually the overprotective sister when I grew up. So my sister. If you met my sister one-on-one, let's just say you didn't know the age. She comes off as an older sister, and I'm the younger brother.
If anyone, first of all, how I met Sung's sister is that I was joking around on Facebook, and I was just like, he actually posted a photo of them together, and I was like, wow, Sung, how does that come from this? How you guys related? And then like, I went down the line of just me calling you ugly. It just showing you, obviously it's a joke, right? Like if I'm calling you ugly, then I'm way uglier. So it's like, but she just had her
gun home.
She had her teeth out, and she went after. It's got to a point where I'm like, still to this day, I'm a little scared of your sister. Like when I see her, I'm just like, hey, what's up, Jay? I'm like, hey, and I don't say anything to you. I don't make any jokes. There's times where I'm gonna make a joke, and I'm just like, Ryan, just shut the. Whoop. But
hey, you know what I appreciate though, man? This is why I know you're my best, like one of my close friends, and my sister appreciates that. The fact that you recognize it, you don't get it. My sister actually adores you. She thinks that's awesome.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
Like in a way that catastrophic incident on social actually became like a good thing. And she always, when I mention your name, she's like, "Oh, how's he doing? How is he in the wife? Like she's all about it."
That's cool.
And she actually told me because she was like, "Who is this guy?" During that Facebook or that social media time, and I was like, "He's one of my close friends." She's joking around. Eventually, I just deleted the whole thread, but. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She was overprotective. You got it firsthand, but
so give me another example other than me that how she was.
I'll tell you exactly, and this is something that my sister will tell to this.
And I'm right here. You don't have to yell at me.
My mom actually talks about this too. So we're in church, and I was always taught never to ever like hurt a girl, attack a girl. Mm-hmm. There was a girl that was I forgot their names when I was really little. I think I was like 10, and she was like 7.
Okay.
She picked on me, I guess, and my sister's eye. My parents, like, she was like a bully Nuna, I guess. Mm-hmm. So when she did that, as much as in my blood I wanted to trip out and scream, I did it. And I don't know what it was. My sister came out of nowhere and, like, jumped on her with her hands out and clawed her in her face.
Oh, my gosh.
And then grabbed her by the hair and wiggled it at church. It's like, leave my brother alone.
Wiggled it?
Like
you mean pulled it?
Yeah, pulled it and did that. But imagine a 7-year-old, 7 or 8, a little girl like that doing that. This girl, of course, could have messed up my sister because she's a lot bigger, but she was so... like, who's this little girl, right?
Yeah.
And then ever since I remember for a little bit, at church, people would be like, hey, son, is your sister going to come here and be your bodyguard, protect you? I took it personally. I was like, that's jacked up. But then if I think about it now, it was it was one of those moments where I could say that she was overprotective one. As much as I showed protection toward her, if I think about it indirectly, she did that toward me. And then we actually met the girl at church, and she always laughs about it. She's like, I'm not gonna lie, you are a feisty little girl that's really pretty in that disguise. Like I would never imagine. But the great thing about my sister that I love, and like I'm not sure how it's like with having a brother, you get like a different blend of like a family nurturing love. Like I felt very nurtured with her versus like if I had a brother.
Well, brothers are great. We don't have to ever talk about. We don't need to talk about my brother. We're focusing on this episode. His son and his hot sister. Okay, as an older brother. So she was. So you're telling me basically what you're telling me is that your younger, hotter, smaller than you sister had to protect you in the DMV because.
I can hold it down.
Were you getting bullied or like? First of all, my question is this: did people make that joke? Were you like, "Oh, you're ugly" and shit like that? Like, cause she got really like.
No, she did. The reason why is cause now you see the aftermath right here. But before, if I showed you my driver's license right now, you probably wouldn't recognize. I used to be really fat, and I'm talking about when you met me. This is when I lost half of my weight. So ever since I was growing up, I always never was that guy that got the girl. I was never that person. So my sister was a very overprotective of my securities. But those are insecurities I never talked about.
See, but here's the thing: no one would never. I would never. Jane, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know he was a fatty. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was a fatty too. They just call me Thung Thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a joke. Like, but like, yes, in a way, I knew what was going on. I didn't get a lot of girls hollering at that point, and that's why that was a momentum and everything changed now. Yeah. So, but with that, my sister observed that ever since I was little. Yeah. And it's because of that. I think it took her in her own tuition to be like, let me protect my brother. Because she'll get every time we went somewhere, everyone, even my family, not just you, all my comos, my mom's friends, like, Jay. But when they tell me, they're like, oh, son, you look very healthy.
They're like, Jay, you're so beautiful. Son, there you are.
The tray of food is right there, and I'll go.
I'm sorry. I will never call you that ever again.
No, it's cool. No, bro. But that was a blessing in disguise. But that actually, ever since I always remember that. There's neighborhood kids where we used to play WWF. And we used to play with fake chairs, like pillow being fake chairs. And my sister literally personally, because I acted like I got messed up because this kid did like a Shawn Michaels sidekick or something. And then, you fake it out. Yeah. But my sister didn't know. She came in, literally took the dude's fucking
oh my gosh.
And she kneed him, and he started bleeding everywhere. And then
you're basically telling me if I had done this in person,
I
might have gotten effed up.
The Tasmanian devil would have told you all, man.
Interesting. No, I'm so glad it was a keyboard warrior. I was like, on Facebook.
But on the flip side of it, though, no one would expect that from my sister. So I know her being a mom, she's gonna be a tiger mom, man, but in a good way.
Husband, what is it?
Dan.
Don't piss her off, man. Don't make fun of Sung, by the way. Speaking of Dan, that's amazing. I mean, when I look at, so what's funny is when I look at him and I see him, he's like, obviously, like he's like 6-something, dresses really nice, just put well together, right? And then I look at her, I'm like, of course, she puts herself together very well. She's very like elegant looking, and so then like I know there's a bunch of dudes that your friends in the past, in the last 10 years.
Oh, bro, it's still going on.
They first met her, they're like, oh, dude, can you hook me up? Has anyone asked you?
You know what? You know what they did, but the thing is, after a period of time. At first,
they get to know her.
They get to know her, and then when they get to know her, they fall in love with her more.
Of course, yeah.
But after a period of time, I got so numb to it. But there was a period of time where I actually, after I think it was like after the 10th guy that one of my close homies that said that, I really got fed up. So, and when I met new people, I'll tell them. First thing I say, hey, my name is Song. You mention anything about my sister, I'm gonna rip you up. And then they're like, oh, what's going on? Of course, then
because now is
they're getting annoying, and they're curious. And after that, people are like, then
she'll rip you up.
But then after that, though, if I say that to you, you're gonna be like, why is Sung saying that? If you just met me. So in a way, I sort of set it up, and then they look at it, and they'll be like, what is?
It would make me want to do it more.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's what they looked at. They were like looking at who she was, what she's about, but. In the long run, if I think about it, me being protective was to a certain degree. If I had to say overall protection, my sister was on top of that.
Yeah. So like when I was saying, so when I look at him and her, I'm like, they're like an Asian Ken and Barbie, right? And then so now that I look back at me, and I'm always like everyone's like, oh, should I hook me up with your sister, man? So I always think like, as a, I'm very real with my personality. I'm wearing hats to the side and stuff. It's like, you would never at first said yes. But my question is, if I was like, hey, Doc, I think I like your sister, and that thing didn't happen with your sister, would you have approved?
Knowing you, bro, on a personal level, I think I would have, because for me, I want to be with someone. I want my sister to be with somebody that I could trust and I could also grow old with, because my sister's been so important in my life.
Yeah. Which you found in Dan.
When I found Dan, Dan's great.
Yeah.
But with you,
he probably has more money than me too, so you could go on more fun stuff than I could do.
No, but on the real, I would have done that. But
well, thank you, man.
No,
if I had a sister, I would have let you take
cool. It's cool. I would not holler at your sister.
She would look like just like me, bro. She would look just like me. But you know what?
Glasses.
Hey, you know what? I've done some like those filter stuff. I don't look that bad as a girl.
Yo, bro, have you seen that?
Wait,
Facebook? The Facebook, the Face AI, the app. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I don't know if AI could help you out though. Real talk.
Well, congratulations again to your sister. I mean, yeah, like you must have had that's cool to hear that you didn't have that much of a stressful life because you had to always like beat up on guys or whatever. Did you have to ever do anything where you had to like?
So there were, and those are some stories I can't give.
Well, don't give names. Don't give specifics.
Don't give names, but there was one point that she was dating somebody in school, and he hit her. Oh. And
what'd you do?
Hell broke loose. Like literally, hell broke loose. We never found the guy.
Wait. You mean no one ever found the guy?
No
right?
one ever found the guy.
Yeah, no one ever found the guy.
Yeah,
we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We just leave it like that.
No, really, but really, like
no, we never found the guy.
He just disappeared.
Okay. But I put it like this: he wasn't Asian either, so it's harder for us to track him down.
I see. Okay. So.
But knowing that, overall, my sister, I think she dated
Koreans.
To be honest,
what would you say? Like majority, like Asian. She's like
majority Asian.
Okay.
But the one thing I still love about my sister, as much as she protected me, she still always has the same respect for me. And I think it resonates through even like a social media post as something as like, hey, you fat, you look ugly.
Bro, I see it in her eyes when you're talking to her husband, she's looking at you like looking up, because she's shorter than you, and like she just has this glare of adoration. That's what I always see. You know what I mean? So it's like a really, I agree. She freaking loves you, man. And it's like she showed.
Our parents did a good job, man.
By attacking one of the coolest dudes in K-Town, without getting to know me, but
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When she did that, I was surprised too.
I was scared, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was. It was a very. You know what? It was a sobering moment for me because I was like, well, I don't mean it. Like I actually think the opposite of it. That's why guys do that. Like I would never make fun of something that's an actual thing of my boy, because that's kind of, you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Unless we're on that level and we're like going hard at each other, but like
it's like making fun of one-legged person crossing the road. Like, why don't you run, bro? Like, you won't say that.
The fact that you're like 6'1", like whatever, that you're tall, super tall, 6'1", 6'2", it's like I gotta make jokes at you somehow, and that's what else. Your face and your stomach, and that's what we all do. All guys go after each other like that. So, but man,
I'm glad that you guys got on a closer level too, though. She always considers like if I did like a birthday thing and she wanted to do a birthday thing, like this past birthday I celebrated, she's like, "Is your friend Rai coming?" Because she wants to make sure everyone's intact, like you, there's a couple other friends that keep close, and she always, whenever I mention you, she's like, "Oh, Rai, how's Rai doing? Is he doing good?" From who the hell is this guy? I'm gonna mess him up, right? So in that transformation, she also sees like what you've done for me, and like appreciate that,
Well, again, thank you. It's really sweet to say, that's great. I'm glad that we had a happy ending.
Happy moment, right?
It's not a super happy ending because I could have been your brother-in-law, but it is a happy. No, I'm just kidding. Totally joking, Dan. You are the man for her.
But I do say I got hit with that a lot though.
You did.
Now, because I paused away from that, but I was trying to recollect like all the times I got hit. It was literally 2 out of 3 guys I met would say that,
bro.
And then for me, when I hear that, the instinct was I don't fuck with them.
Out of the guys, now, and we'll bleep it out between me and you.
Yeah, between
us. Out of the guys, who would you say the hell no to in your mind?
Oh, the ultimate hell no.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we'll bleep it out.
It's someone that.
Don't say that.
I thought we're bleeping it out.
Okay, yeah.
We're not bleeping it
no,
out?
we did.
Oh, no, I'll put it.
We did.
Okay,
We did. We'll bleep it out. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That was
It's a
great.
promoter I used to work with.
Ah.
It's a promoter I used to work with.
Okay.
And I remember he was very adamant to the point where I think that's how we became friends.
Okay.
And it's a little annoying, but
Are you talking about me?
but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think overall she's a beautiful girl. So
She is.
I don't blame him. You know, being a guy. But I just, after this whole instance, I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I do wish, living with my sister and my sister being beautiful, the only thing I hope is if I ever have a daughter, I wish my daughter doesn't blossom until she's 18. And the reason I say this is because I went through hell during and that's not even my daughter. That's my sister.
That's what I said. When did she blossom?
Yeah, when did my sister become a Jane? She became Jane, I believe, 8th grade.
Oh, fucking okay.
8th and 9th
That's
grade.
when boys were starting to notice.
Yeah, that's when
okay.
boys started noticing. And in the small town of Virginia, the pickings are very slim. It's not L.A. You take a 5 of L.A. to Virginia, they become like a 12.
Oh, she's a 10, and then she just knocks down maybe a 9 in LA. That's it.
But then her brains and her independence boosts her back up again. So my sister's an overall perfect person. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that I'm glad.
Well, no one's perfect, but yeah.
But
that's how much you love your sister.
And then Dan is damn lucky. I know Dan loves her, and then I know Jane loves Dan, and that's something that I shoot for. So in a way, having a sister was great. There's so many things.
Honest?
Yeah.
When they laugh, it looks like they laugh like this. Whoa.
No, they do. Yeah. That meme was probably right?
They just have so much money and stuff, assets. They're just
oh man.
I hope he does. I hope they don't watch this.
No.
They probably will. They actually will.
No. It's cool. It's cool if they beat it because you know what? I think it's good for them to laugh a little bit right now. Especially my sister going through a pregnancy. They need as much humor as possible right now.
You know what, Jane? Congratulations again. If you're listening,
yes,
you will be an amazing mother. I already know you will kill anybody that tries to get in your baby's way. I already know you'll be what are you, a tiger mom?
Hell yeah. Sweet. She got that WWF unlocked, bro.
You know what? People are gonna be great parents, right? It's just. Yeah. The world is changing so much that it's hard. It's harder to be a parent, right? But we'll get into that another time. So you're gonna be an uncle. You're excited. What's the
expectancy date?
No, I don't care about that.
Oh,
bro.
Okay.
Who cares, dog?
All of it when the
3 things.
Yeah.
That you want to be for this little girl.
Oh man, I want to be. No, it's cool. I love this. I want to be the third voice after Jane and Dan that she could always come to.
Okay, so she's like, "Mom, yeah, you don't know me," and then she runs to you, and then you're like, "Uncle Sung."
Yeah, and then
Sunkle.
Sunkle, and then the other thing I want to do is I want to offer her something that me and Jane never got while we grew up, which was attention. And I take that back. Our parents grew up always working that we never had a parent figure.
Yeah.
So
we get it. Yeah,
that's how me and my sister got close. So I want to be that if Jane, I know I wouldn't have to worry because Jane and Dan will always be there. But I always want to be that security blanket for my niece that if something happened and she's shy, just talk to them about it. I could always be their just that back voice, and I always have her back.
I think you will be.
I see you. I
see
and
you.
And the last thing I want is I want to find someone I could spoil the crap out of, man. But the one thing I do not wish she had was my voice.
Well, we'll see when she's born.
Because they said that it's in genetics, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you have anything to worry about. She's probably gonna sound a little bit more like her mom and her dad. Nothing like you. If it's you, then it's it could happen because I do look like my dad's younger brother a lot more.
But it's really rare.
But I do more than his son looks like him, so it's it could happen. But it's fine. You'll see. First of all, don't buy anything for them. You buy something in the beginning, like cute little baby stuff when they first get born. But then wait, just give the parents money, and then once she gets I guess you can hold on to it. I don't know. Give the parents money, and then once she gets to a certain age where she stops growing so fast, then you can start spoiling her.
Well, what I want to do
because toys and all that stuff when they're babies, they're not gonna be.
No, bro. What I want to do is I want to start a college fund for her, like a savings deposit.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, you know what though? There's probably not gonna be school in her.
Well, she could take that cash. She could cash out then after that.
They're trying to get rid of school, but yeah, okay, college fund.
Yeah, so
Alright.
every year she does well. You don't get, bro. I have like whole grand scheme of things how I want to spoil her, but I want to also like I want to make sure she goes the right direction, give her guidance, because as much as their parents, they also I feel like Jane and Dan might also be blinded that they're also human, and that happens because that happened to our parents. And when we grew up, like something that you would do, my parents would be like, "Oh, right, try this." So, but if I did the same thing because I'm their kid, totally different. So I want to like have them like have her reassure her that like it's okay sometimes when you don't feel okay because like things are a little twisted.
Do you think your sister will be like super tiger mom, super like overly bearing, kind of like stress out the kid kind of thing? Do you think that you can see that?
You know what?
Because your sister's like an overachiever kind of thing?
Yeah, at first I didn't, but it's their first time being parents too, so I don't know what to expect. But if her instincts kick in and she really loves, she's going to love her daughter. It's good. As much as she's going to try to be the cool mom, I feel like she's going to revert to that little, you're going to hear a couple meow. Yeah, of course. There's like.
You might be the only person in her life that can get away with anything that is against the rules, maybe for her kid.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Sung, Sung Oppa, is like, oh, okay, like, yeah, all right. Like, you say you can sleep at 11, all right.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
Bro, you don't understand? Like, my sister already made plans of like how
she's like listening. So I was like, no, I'm not. You fuckers.
No, but she's talking about like how she wanted me to babysit. Like, bro, like I hate to say it sounds so weird, but every time I go out now, every time I see like little girl clothes and stuff or toys.
You want to wear them?
No, yeah, I want to wear. No, I actually want to buy them, man. Like, you don't understand, man. Like, it's weird because I never thought it was gonna be like that. The day my sister told me she was pregnant. Bro, that hit a different nerve, man. Like I said, I don't know about you, but I shed a tear. That was the first time I shed like a joyous tear. Besides her wedding, but I was like, wow. So yeah, I'm really, and I can't wait for January to get here, man. January is the day that they're doing it. I don't know.
January is the day that they're doing it. We're doing what, her birth?
Yeah, no, the January is when she's due.
Okay, so you mean January is when your baby's coming?
Yeah,
they're gonna be doing it. Probably gonna.
So with
February,
that, I want to make. You know how they're not accurate usually? Would you say they'll go over or under January?
I mean, I don't know anything about their. I don't know any of the facts. Like, you have a problem when it comes to gambling. By the way, you're trying to gamble on like higher, lower of like their. Jane, I don't even know when you got pregnant or anything like that. Like, come on, like that's not fair for me. I don't have context. I'm uber excited. We're definitely gonna have to talk about like updates of like when you, if you go to, I don't know, would you think you're gonna go to like Lama's class and sub in for like, I feel like you would do that, sub in for Dan, like when he can't go to. Do you know what Lama's is?
Is that breathing class?
Yeah, the breathing class. That she needs a partner. You know?
No, I would. I would without even a second thought.
So yeah, well, keep us updated, and I said this. I said that I would give you 1 minute, one thing to shout out to to your football. So guys, that's all the time we have today.
Oh, let's check.
Check me out. Check us out next week. Peace.
Commanders. Oh, that was a good set.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. You can find us on Conversations_pod at YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.